The forbidden love of Princess Nia in the great kingdom of Zolani, where the golden sun kissed the vast savannah and the rivers sang songs of old, lived Princess Nia, daughter of King Juba and Queen Razia. Nia was as radiant as the morning sun, with skin like polished ebony and eyes that held the wisdom of the ancestors. Yet, despite her royal status, her heart longed for something beyond the marble halls of the palace. Her heart belonged to Omari, a humble farmer from the outskirts of the kingdom. Omari was a man of great kindness and strength, with hands that nurtured the land and a spirit as free as the wind. Nia and Omari had grown up together, sharing stories under the ancient baobab tree, dreaming of a world where love knew no boundaries. But such a world did not exist in Zolani. King Juba had arranged for Nia to marry Prince Tafari of the neighboring kingdom of Baruma, a union that would strengthen their alliance. In Zolani, a princess's duty was to her people, and love was a luxury she could not afford. To marry a commoner was an abomination, a disgrace to the royal bloodline. When Nia pleaded with her parents, their faces were as stern as the great stone carvings in the palace courtyard. "You will marry Prince Tafari," her father decreed, his voice echoing through the grand hall. "The wishes of one do not outweigh the needs of many." Tears filled Nia's eyes, but she knew that defying her father meant exile, or worse. She was to be wed in a fortnight, and there was no escape from her fate. That night, under the cloak of darkness, she met Omari one last time by the baobab tree. "I would rather live as a bird in the wild than be caged in a loveless marriage," she whispered, gripping his hands. But Omari, ever the voice of reason, shook his head. "We cannot fight a kingdom, my love, but perhaps fate will be kind to us." The wedding day arrived, and the entire kingdom gathered in the great courtyard. Drummers beat their rhythms, dancers twirled like the wind, and the palace gleamed in the midday sun. Nia stood beside Prince Tafari, her heart heavy as a stone. But just as the high priest raised his hands to bless the union, a great commotion erupted at the palace gates. The people turned, gasping, as an elderly woman cloaked in red entered the courtyard. It was Nana Zuberi, the oldest and most revered oracle in all of Zolani. She walked with the wisdom of 1,000 years, her voice deep and commanding. "The spirits have spoken," she declared. "This union is not blessed." King Juba's face darkened. "What do you mean, wise one?" Nana Zuberi turned to Nia, then to Omari, who had knelt among the crowd, silent yet steadfast. "The ancestors favor true love," she said. "A kingdom built on forced alliances will crumble like dry earth, but a kingdom that embraces love will flourish for generations." A hush fell over the crowd. King Juba, a man of tradition, yet also of wisdom, looked at his daughter. For the first time, he saw not just a princess, but a woman yearning for happiness. With a heavy sigh, he raised his hands. "Then let the ancestors' will be done." Cheers erupted as Nia rushed to Omari, her eyes filled with joyful tears. The wedding to Prince Tafari was called off, and in its place a grand celebration was held for Nia and Omari. The people rejoiced, for their princess had found true love, and the kingdom of Zolani flourished in peace and prosperity. And so, under the watchful eyes of the ancestors and the golden African sun, Nia and Omari's love was no longer forbidden. It became legend.